Liftoff. Chapter 10. Artie sees someone flagging him down from the sidewalk, pulled the cab over. A lone passenger got in. "Where do you want to go, friend?" asked Artie while looking at him through the rear-view mirror. "Well, as long as you're asking, I always wanted to go to the Great Pyramid of Giza, but tonight I'll settle for some place a guy could get a cup of coffee around here." "Okay, sit back and take a load off. I know just a place, and the fare is a little cheaper than going all the way to Egypt. I take it you're not from around here?" "No, just passing through. Got a delay here for a couple hours until the next bus. Thought I might do something instead of just waiting in the terminal. Name's P.J. Amos." "Howdy, P.J. I'm Artie Odometer. Pleased to meet you. Is it true you always wanted to go see the pyramids?" "Sure. They are one of the true wonders in this world of ours. I remember reading about the 7 wonders of the world a long time ago. The pyramids were listed among them. Of course now, who knows? Perhaps other discoveries since then have knocked them off the list. What do you think?" "Oh, everybody today talks of black holes and gravitational waves, but those things aren't truly here on old terra firma with us, are they? I would think they are still listed as one of the wonders of the world. Don't see why not." "Yeah. To be listed as one of the wonders of the world, there has to be a mystery involved. In the pyramids, the mystery concerns why they were built, as well as who built them and how did they go about it. Some think that they were a kind of power source." This conversation was having an eerie effect on Artie. Sitting in the driver's seat, he caught himself wondering if everyone who came into this town were drawn here because their heads are filled with images, or do they get flooded with images once they arrive? At least one would think the topic of conversation would change once in a while. "Here we are, Old Joe's Cafe, best coffee in town. Just tell him Artie Odometer recommended the place, and he'll treat you right. Hey, why not come in for a break? Coffee's on me." Entering the cafe, Artie saluted old Joe. "Got a live one here tonight, Joe. This is P.J. Amos. Picked him up in town and told him the best coffee was right here." "How do you do? Welcome. Just put on a fresh pot." Artie excused himself. He went and splashed some cold water on his face. It felt like being in the fresh air, not having to think at all, to just spend a few minutes completely free from all thought. He stared at his face in the mirror. Old Joe was pretty good at directing the conversation. They could be talking about anything by this time. As he approached the table, he was surprised to see Herb's old notebook open, and PJ and old Joe going through it. He was in time to hear PJ ask, "You know what that word pyramid means in Latin, don't you?" Old Joe shrugged his shoulders. "Pyre equals fire. It means fire inside." Artie, after finishing his coffee, flipped his cap on his head and announced, "Got to go. Can't sit in here all night. Time's a-wastin'. Thanks for the coffee, PJ. Can I drop you anywhere, or are you good here?" "I'm fine for the present. I'll give you a call later." "Okay, suit yourself. Night, Joe." Once outside in the air again, Artie began to feel better. Just a simple change of atmosphere is what the doc ordered, he thought. All he wanted to do was pick up a few more fares and call it a night. Lay on the couch and let the idiot box do his thinking for him. "Joe's Cafe going to bus terminal," announced the dispatcher over a poor speaker. "Must be P.J. Amos," thought Artie. Must have changed his mind. "I could say I'm close. I'll take it." But there was this hesitation. Money is money after all, reasoned Artie. Still he waited a minute before accepting the call. "Hey, Artie, it's you. I hope I get you." And opening the back door, he slid in. "That Joe is quite the character. Really into geometry. He says some of it is known as sacred geometry. I don't know about that so much, but you can take a circle and serrate its edges. Remove excess material from around the center, and you got yourself a gear with 3 spokes radiating out from a central hub. Doing something like that in your basement just might have started the next industrial revolution. Yeah, he's quite the guy, all right. So what's your connection with him? He said you were working on the same mystery, trying to crack a code. He showed me a book filled with different geometric symbols. What's that all about? Just some notion floating about that a few people who have disappeared from around here are in some way connected to those symbols, and some are taking it seriously. Does that include you? Well, maybe. It's hard not to get caught up in the whirlwind of events in a small town like this. You saw that for yourself at the cafe. What's it like to be in the middle of a mystery? That's the funny part. People don't seem to notice. It's the oddest thing. You would think that everyone would be up in arms. Just the opposite. Take the librarian. One day she's at work doing her job, and the next day someone new had replaced her. Same thing happened to Herb. He worked at Billingsworth as an attendant, and one day he was replaced. Only few of us noticed. Oh, I guess everyone noticed all right. After all, Herb was Herb, and the new attendant isn't. But they never questioned Herb's leaving, and there wasn't any awkward getting to know you stage on either side. People treat the new attendant as if she's been here for years, and she responds and like. I see. That's gotta be just a little weird. Yeah, it's just like you talking to me, as if we'd known each other for a long time, instead of what has only been a few minutes.